system attacks, which you were alluding to earlier, or turning off the electrical grid or opening up dams, that is something, thank goodness, that our government and the United States Intelligence Services, all of them, have been engaged in for a very long time. Doesn't mean that you can't do more, but I think it's good for people to understand that the threats like that are looked at very carefully by the United States intelligence community.
I also have to ask you, given your background, about the central story that we cover on this broadcast every night. That is the Russian investigation, and today's news especially, that Mr. Manafort lied to the feds, lied to the Mueller investigation, he lied to the grand jury, he lied to your beloved FBI. What do you make of today's news? Is this kind of thing could happen to a guy who had flipped and was cooperating with the home team, as they call it?
Well, unfortunately, Brian, this isn't something, if you've been in the business as long as I was, that is not routine. Some people think that they're smarter than the people that are actually investigating them. And the one thing that you and your guests earlier were right on the money about is once those cooperation agreements are made and the government is relying on your truthful testimony, when you divulge information that is absolutely led to mislead the government, that is unbelievably frowned upon. And when I saw what I saw being reported about the Mueller investigation of him, it's unfortunate, but unfortunately it does not surprise me. I've seen it before.
And a final question to you, as I asked Mimi Rocca, we throw around the term feds here every night. When this is over, wherever it ends, what do you hope people learn about the feds?
I think it's clear. I mean, people don't care in these type of investigations what party you're affiliated with. They don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. They don't care about anything other than the factual allegations regarding the law and what the law is. And in most of these cases, and if you look at just about every case that's involved in the Trump investigation, most of the people get in much more trouble trying to lie than just tell the truth, Brian.
We always look forward to being able to talk to you. Thank you for always answering the bell. We hope you'll come back, Robert. Coming up, what Trump did this weekend that may have reignited interest in one of his potential 2020 opponents. When we come right back.
At Safelite Hourglass, we know that when you're spending time with the grandkids, every minute counts. And you don't have time for a cracked windshield. That's why at Safelite, we'll show you exactly when we'll be there with a replacement you can trust. Hold on, sir.
Safelite.
Saving you time, so you can keep saving the world.
Allergies with sinus congestion and pressure? You won't find relief here. Go to the pharmacy counter for powerful Claritin D. While the leading allergy spray only relieves 6 symptoms, Claritin D relieves 8, including sinus congestion and pressure. Claritin D relieves more.
You worked hard to live a better life and a better world. Now you can do both by ditching your big bank and switching to Aspiration. Aspiration helps you spend and save with a conscience. And Aspiration trusts you to pay only the fee you think we deserve, even if it's zero. So use any ATM in the world for free. Switch to Aspiration.com. Save money, save the bank.
Attention families with a loved one in a nursing home. If your loved one has suffered from bed sores, falls, broken bones, dehydration, or even death, you may be entitled to a substantial settlement. If you have a loved one who is injured in a nursing home, we will find out what happened. State violations are found against nursing homes every day. You have a limited time to file your claim, so don't wait. Call now and speak with one of our attorneys. The call is confidential and free or reach us online at nursinghomesettlements.com.
Before I had the shooting, burning, diabetic nerve pain, these feet raised a bouncing boy, I didn't climb a ladder in the hardware business. I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer. So I talked to my doctor and he prescribed Lyrica.
Right?
thoughts or actions, tell your doctor right away if you have these new or worse depression, initial changes in mood or behavior, swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, loss of pain, fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects: dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who've had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
This is your time to buy the Honda Pilot LX. It has room for more, including seating for the It comes standard with Honda Sensing.
Mom's birthday
And a
was
stylish exterior that's perfect for a day with your kids
the
or a night out of
the
town.
food they made was
So come discover why Honda Pilot is a KDB.com Best Buy for 2019.
and fried
Hurry into your local Honda dealer and test drive the Pilot LX today.
all kinds of stuff. Oh, I had salmon, you know, with the fruitaki. Fruitaki with the salmon. Oh, man.
We covered the president's rally in Texas on Monday. It may have caused a reaction that the Trump campaign did not want or anticipate. Picking the hometown of El Paso native Beto O'Rourke, some argue the Trump event actually elevated O'Rourke's standing in the 2020 race with split-screen coverage like that. Days before, headlines were hinting that the rising star may have missed his window of opportunity to hop into 2020, but now this headline from the Dallas Morning News editorial team asks the question, did Donald Trump just launch Beto's presidential campaign? Well, he's yet to formally announce anything, but our own intrepid Garrett Haig caught up with O'Rourke Monday to find out where the potential candidate stands.
Next week Sunday.
This is powerful, this is positive, this is peaceful, this is the best of the country. We're walking fast, but I hear a lot of people chanting about running. I mean, where are you on that decision? I ran this morning about 3 miles and feel awesome.
O'Rourke told Oprah last week, and yes, he's big enough to be interviewed by her. He'll decide by the end of the month, and while he mulls that over, Democrats may be growing impatient, waiting for past candidates, Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, to answer the question, will they or won't they? Well, it's time to talk about all of it. Tom Gilman, Washington Bureau Chief for the Dallas Morning News, and the proud product of the state of Texas, our own intrepid Garrett Haig, who is back from covering that event in El Paso. Gentlemen, good evening to you both. Todd, it strikes me you have the unique role of covering Washington for Texas, though if I were you, I would stay in Texas. I guess I'm asking for your straight-up prediction. Do you think the guy's going to get in?
I do. I mean, if he's not going to run for president, I don't really understand why he is showing so much ankle, going on Oprah, holding this rally. This was not really it was a counter
his rally was more bigger than
Trump, but it was also a lot
Trump, but
of
Trump said, well, he don't
he's living his life out in public quite a lot for someone who isn't running for president. So I would bet he will run.
Though, Garrett, I have to say, those who view politics traditionally, the guy lost, and you heard Trump react that way on the stump. The guy lost his race. He gave up his House seat. He lost his race for Senate. Yet, Garrett, the event you covered really seemed to have, as you mentioned, a campaign feel.
Yeah, I mean, look, Brian, the last 2 presidents of the United States came from fairly non-traditional backgrounds, too, so I don't think the fact that he lost the Senate race is in and of itself disqualifying. I think if sometime next summer Beto O'Rourke is the Democratic nominee for president, we will look back on Monday night and say,